Hey.
Right. Woo!
We're going.
No, it's a good day when you busting that out.
Facts. You already know what it is.
Oh shit! What episode are we on now? What is this? Is this
Episode motherfucking 12?
Yeah, 12? Ooh. Clean dozen. We had a clean dozen.
Facts.
Oh man, I'm excited. We are going this route, and we are keeping it going strong right now. So we here.
Hey yo, do not judge me off of this show.
Go and tell them why. Go and let them know.
All right, so your humble host, Malik, your humble host, has had a little bit too many gummies. So I'm a little geeked up, but hey, look, man, I'm here, blessed. You know what I'm saying? Happy to do another fight night with my homeboy Corey. You know what I'm saying? Actually, Corey, go ahead and get your intro off, man.
Absolutely. First off, if this ends up being great, we might have you eat a few gummies every show if it comes to that.
I got plenty.
We gonna get you some gummies, and I'm gonna have to pour me some whiskey, and then we gonna get canceled or some shit because it's gonna get real bad real quick. Whew. But back here, episode 12. You know who I am. Asshole by nature. West Coast captain of this shit. I'm so fucking excited. It's Corey motherfucking Hansford. I'm here. Let's go.
Yeah, your intro growing on me, man. Intro growing on me, man. But y'all already know.
You're still at the top.
Huh?
You're at the top. You're at the top.
I don't know.
That's why you go last. That's why you go last, because nobody's following that shit. And Gerard don't count. So it's not.
But y'all already know who it is. It's your boy, Mr. Zero Dark 30, Mr. Blackout Season coming soon, Mr. Smile. You already know, man. It's your boy, Malik the motherfucking God. Huh?
Woo. Yeah, no, you're number one. It's not even a question.
Nah, you know, I like to be humble. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. And then also joining
it. What the baby say? If I feel like I'm not popping enough, I'll be humble.
There you go.
Just for right now.
And in spirit with us right now, you know, it's your man, Mr. Daiquiri, man, Mr. Hard Work himself. Gerard.
We see you the backstage looking weird.
It never gets old doing that shit. I'm sorry. It's just hilarious to me. I love it. But shit, we got some things to talk about. So
you already know. Let's pull it up.
Oh man, let's go.
Oh, Fight Night Review.
Ooh.
Malik was wrong. Both picks. Malik was wrong.
I got one right, but
you did. You did get one right. You did get one right. I give it to you. You got one right.
Okay. Let's start with the main event. Okay. Because the co-main is going to make both of us feel really sad.
Really sad. Yeah.
Alexander Volkov beat the dog shit out of Overeem.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was really bad. Like, it was not close. I felt like in watching Volkov's last fight, I was like, man, he really looks like he's getting more impressive. It's just, I don't know, Overeem might turn to that wrestling. Overeem never had a chance to turn to that wrestling. Those jabs were just, like, you can tell he's got that power.
What's good, Loso?
I see you, Los. you know he's got that power. Like, not that it sounds great and those slaps are, where it slaps and it echoes through the arena. Not that, but that power that it's just a thud and you feel it. That's what he has. It was just mostly jabs and straights and, a little bit of decent body work. But, I mean, every single one of Volkov's strikes were a significant strike. He landed 54 out of 88 significant strikes. Overeem only threw 20 and landed 10. It was brutal.
All right, so look, first of all, I apologize for my pick. I didn't expect Overeem to go in there and look washed. Like, that's not the Overeem that I expected to see. He made Overeem look washed, done. Like, he shouldn't even have been in there, period. That's what's more shocking about me. Now, if he just happened to clip him,
right,
it would have been a different story. No, this was total domination, bro. Like,
and I've had that argument with a couple people recently, especially in regards to like Chandler's win versus Oliveira's win. And it's like, what's the better win? Is it just dominating someone for an extended period,
definitely
or
Oliveira.
if you're clipping them? And to me, like, anyone could get clipped at any point. It doesn't make it not an outstanding, something outstanding, as we'll get to in the co-main event. People get caught, like, you can get one great strike, but to just dominate someone over an extended period, and this was all only a round and a half, but still, from the first second to the last second, Volkov was in complete control of an all-time great MMA heavyweight. That is just it was an outstanding performance from Volkov.
Right, yeah. That's the way I see it too, man. Like, I don't really have too many words for it, because to see Overeem on the floor like that, man, like,
yeah,
like it was just a sad reminder, man, that time catches up with everybody, bro. Like,
life comes at you fast.
And Overeem was on the run too. I felt like Overeem deserved to be there, and we see what happened. So
it was a setup. We didn't realize it was a setup, but it was a setup, and we've got a new contender heavyweight. Is what I got from that. And obviously, you've got Stipe and Ngannou who are going to fight, I believe, at the end of March. The winner of that is almost definitely going to fight John Jones, barring some kind of injury or something mess up. I feel confident, like, it's John Jones. That's what's going to happen. After that, it's wide open. To me,
don't say Curtis Blades.
No, God, no. We just saw that anyway. I don't want to see it again. Okay. Even though Blades probably is next in line, technically, I can't argue that point. Even though I can't stand him as a wrestler, I don't know him as a person. But if not, I think it's next week, either next week or the week after. It's another big heavyweight fight between two young up-and-coming contenders.
What a good
Cyril Gane, or Gane, I'm sorry if I done there.
Yeah, I'm sorry if we fucking your name.
Yeah. Cyril Gane and Jairzinho Rozenstruik fight in, I think, either a week or two. That's the winner of that fight versus Volkov, to me. And that's setting up another contender for your heavyweight division. To me, that just makes all the sense in the world, especially with, we don't know what's going to happen because Steve Ngannou. We do know Jones is big in the week. So you can kind of take your time in making that next fight, because you kind of know already what the next two heavyweight title fights are going to be.
Right. Who would you rather see him face?
I like Rozenstruik a little more.
Me too.
Cyril Gane, he's good. Like, be very, very clear. He's good. He, to me, even in the win, his last win, he didn't just jump out to me as like a whoa. Like when I saw Rodenstruck and that power in this striking, it's like, whoa. Okay, that's someone to watch. Gane was more like, okay, you're good. You're a real contender. You got something here, but I still need to see more. But he is a very, very good striker, and I am very much looking forward to that fight and to see if one of them lasts 5 minutes, because I'm not sure that'll be the case. But that should be a good fight. And to me, you make that fight, winner fights Volkov, and you're setting yourself up another contender in a heavyweight division that's kind of been floating by the last few years, with just kind of Stipe and DC for the most part carrying it.
Right.
So everybody looking good.
Okay. Well, I guess we could go ahead and move on to the co-main event. If I had some sad music, I play it. Without us getting flagged, of course. What?
Right. Frankie, one of my favorite fighters ever.
No, don't do this.
I'm not like calling him to be retired or something.
That's what it sounded like.
I'm not.
That's
where
that sounded like. That's where I was heading.
I understand that. That one hurt. You just don't like seeing you man got iced. He got iced cold with a perfectly set up knee. Like, let me not bury the lead. Corey Sandhagen got dominated in like 10 seconds by Aljamain Sterling. Fair enough. He then came back off of that and is washing people right now. And not nobodies. Moraes, a legit top-tier fighter. Frankie Edgar, one of the probably 5 best 155 and under. I think Frankie Edgar's absolutely on that list. That was just a beautifully timed knee. It was outstanding, perfect, accurate, on the money, and Frankie was out cold. And we're not used to seeing Frankie get KO'd.
Yeah, he was stiff. Pause.
Out. And on one hand, like, it was one thing when it was T-City, who's a huge 145er. It's like, all right, well, that's T-City could probably fight at 170 if he wanted to. Like, he's got that power. This Sandhagen knee that's going to be what we're going to remember this for a knockout of the year. Like, it's going to be in that conversation. And now he set himself up to be, next in line. Just be real about it. He is setting himself up.
What's good, Marcus?
Marcus with knee grows right now as we're talking about this knee. Thank you for that, Marcus. That's wonderful. But yeah, to me, it hurt. Frankie has just long been one of my favorite fighters ever. But Sandhagen is really looking like he's on a run right now, and he's got to be next in line. Yeah, simple as that. He's clearly next in line at 135.
I'm still hurt, so I'm still hurt because I don't like having picks wrong, especially when it's both of them. At least I have one of them right. So first of all, I wear egg on my face coming on the show. Pause. But anyway, it was just a beautiful knee, man. It was nothing. It looked like he was suckering Frankie in the whole time. He just caught him with a flying knee, man. There's not really much to say about the fight. I don't know where you put Frankie going from here. I don't really. You can't really keep him at the top spot like that, fighting for a title at this point, because he made his run, and that division seems like it's passing him by too. So I don't really know what else to do with Frankie at this point. Like, I agree with you with Corey. Like, I feel like, okay, his next fight should be a title fight. He should have his chance to redeem himself against Aljamain. Yeah, I get you on that. But as far as Frankie goes, I don't know, man. Just fights that we want to see at this point from Frankie. It shouldn't even be about a title at this point.
Yeah. I don't think there's. It's not a. Oh Lord, I forgot about the Korean Zombie knockout too. Holy crap. Yeah, it's not a title thing. It's not a title thing for him. I think he still has a name, and I think you can still make some fights with other guys that are, in that area. But oh, he's now what's this? It's 3 out of 4 losses, with 2 of those being really bad KOs. A completely one-sided clear win for Max Holloway, and then 2 fights before that was the knockout. So we're talking 3 of his last 6 are really bad knockout losses. You can have him fight some of the other guys if they wanted to. As I'm sitting here looking at the rankings, I don't know if this man is still wants to be active, but as just like a really good co-main event or a really good headliner on a fight night, or like on the pay-per-view, I would not be mad at Frankie Edgar versus Dominic Cruz. Like that's two.
I think I heard that name on the show. Actually, I think it was McCarthy and McCarthy show. I think they mentioned that. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
That makes all the sense in the world. That's 2 legit Hall of Famers, legends, both on the backside of their careers, but both have still, like in the fight before, Frankie still looked good. So he got caught, but one fight earlier he gets a good win against a legit top 10 ranked 135er, and Cruz, same thing. He got finished, but he was looking good at the time he got finished. He just got caught, which happens. So to me, that's answering a big question. And again, you're talking the lighter weight, lightweight and below. You're talking these guys. You're talking Frankie. You're talking Cruz. You're talking Malson Cejudo and Jose Aldo and Max, BJ Penn. Like that's the cream of the crop there. And if you have a chance to match these 2 up like this, that would sell. I don't give a fuck. You put that as a look, Marcus. Okay. Marcus is suggesting that this is a loser leaves town match, which I don't really appreciate. Dom is already halfway out the door. Let's be fair. Dom already got his commentating thing he said. So he doesn't have to do shit if he don't want to. That man is employed. He's good to go. But that makes the most, unless you're about to throw him in with one of these other young dudes on the come up that, I'm sure there's some other new Russian European that's probably coming up the pipeline, because it seems like they are every fucking weight class these days.
Taking over.
Right. You want to throw that on with, hey, let's throw Frankie in there with them and see if he you could do some shit like that. Absolutely. But to me, if you put that as a, say the pay-per-view, like for instance, we'll get to this upcoming pay-per-view. You throw that as a co-main on a pay-per-view like this with one title fight, and then that's the co-main, like that's perfect. That's great. And I'd rather, quite frankly, I'd rather see them against each other than against, this young 25-year-old fucking monster that might make them lose 78 brain cells. Like I'm good with that. I'd rather it be this. And quite frankly, I just want to see Cruz fight again because I fucking love Dominic Cruz.
He got beat though.
He did.
Fairly and square by who, the GOAT, right? Right.
He ain't the GOAT. He got beat by the champion at 135 pounds.
Did he beat the GOAT? Did he beat the GOAT?
Officially.
Okay. And then
Yes.
they traded the GOAT. They got beat the fuck up out
It's
of it.
1-1. It's no, officially it's 1-1. Officially it's even 1-1. Okay. And it's also been very, very much noted that Mouse wanted to get the fuck out of UFC. He was long tired of Dana White shit. When you bring up in the locker room after you lost, and the first thing isn't did I lose that fight or what's the scoring or how the fuck, it's can I get out of my UFC contract now? You know, motherfucker is tired of all that shit, and he's about to go and within the next month or two, I think he's fighting for the ONE FC title over there. I know that's coming up soon because that got pushed back because of the pandemic. So you know, but I'm still out here making moves. I ain't tripping. God tier.
Whatever. All right, next topic. Back to the lightweight division.
It's how can we not be? It is fucking. We still run shit. Apparently, it's just what it is. So, Khabib had another interview where he once again more or less said like, "I'm good. Like I'm not fighting." So these are Khabib's exact words. I believe that now Poirier deserves to be a champion. That's my opinion. Lists the fighters that he fought. Look, Jim Miller, Eddie Alvarez, Anthony Pettis, Max Holloway. These are all top fighters. They could all end up in the UFC's Hall of Fame. He also kind of took a little bit of a shot. Said they showed, talking about the Conor Poirier fight, they showed nothing supernatural. I fought with Poirier, nothing special. It's the same with Conor. So he also made it very clear, look, I'm still way above these dudes. But now that I'm good, should be Dustin. And he said it before, and he ain't wrong.
Right.
Now,
Dana, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I mean, he was the champ to me when he beat Conor, so I don't really see what the. It's not like a surprise to me that Khabib said this. Like, plus I know Khabib don't want to fight.
Right.
Period. You know what I'm saying? I usually would come up here and fuck with him, be like he's ducking Conor. I don't think Khabib. I don't think Khabib wants to fight at all. Like, honestly, I don't believe he wants to fight GSP either. I just think he's done, man.
Right.
Time to leave it alone. Move on.
He's trying. So I meant to get these other quotes. These are Khabib words. At the moment, it held up and not clear what Dana's thinking. So Khabib is like, I told Dana, I'm good. It's just he's on. He also said that Dana told me he isn't done yet. I told him when I told him the lightweight division needs to move on, he told me he isn't done. He said to me, when you fly to Vegas at the end of February, we'll sit down and talk. So it's legitimately just Dana going, no, we're not doing that shit yet.
I don't get it with Dana, man. I mean, I get it because maybe Khabib is pulling in more numbers than they're telling us, and they need Khabib. But I mean, at this point, Dana, like, yo, give it up. Let that man have his retirement, bro. Like let him be retired. I don't see he could come back later down the line, but move on with the division. Like, don't hold the division up. There's nobody in the division he wants to face, so there's no reason for you to hold that up. If you just want to try to get Khabib back for another a super fight or something like that, I get it. Cool. Have your conversations. Keep trying to do what you could do to get him in the octagon. I get all of that. But as far as you holding that title up, I don't get that part. That's the part I don't get, unless there's something that Dana got up his sleeve that we don't know about.
Or like, unless Khabib's just lying to us about what he's saying. And Khabib ain't no liar. Khabib ain't never been one to like stay away from the shit he says. He is very direct.
I don't know. Could it be a work?
Well, but I'd also feel like if that were the case, like Dana would have said some shit. Like if he said some shit to Dana and then came out like this, Dana would be like, no, I talked to him. He seemed pretty damn open when we talked, so I don't know what he's talking about now. He does it to everybody. He ain't done that with Khabib. He's literally been like, Khabib doesn't want to fight. And Khabib is actively telling you, move on. I'm done. I got other shit to worry about and focus on right now.
Right.
Leave me the fuck alone. And Dana's like, now we'll talk again. Like, nah, come on, just let it go.
Khabib might be pulling in them numbers, yo.
I think he definitely especially with, like I said, with the Fight Island stuff where they're kind of over in that area a little bit too. I do think he is definitely a draw over in that area, 100%. And he is a bigger draw than the vast majority of MMA fighters, period. Mm-hmm. He's gotten to that point because of that since the Conor fight. Like the Conor fight is what boosted him into stardom. And then he does the Poirier and Gaethje fights after that. I think Stylebender and Jones would be bigger draws. Conor, obviously, I think Conor is still obviously a huge, huge draw. But Stylebender and Jones are the only two, and I'm not 100% positive on John. I think John's the better fighter, but I'm not sure how big of a draw John is now as opposed to a few years ago.
I don't know. You give him one heavyweight fight and let John.
Yeah, I do think like the heavyweight is what's helping that. I think if he was still a light heavyweight, it wouldn't be the same. But fighting at heavyweight, I do think that'd be the case. And I mean, aside from those two, you can argue maybe Nate, maybe Masvidal, but that's an argument. And I'm not, they're in the discussion, but that's not a for sure thing either. So I can understand Dana's mindset of not wanting to lose that caliber of a talent.
Yeah.
But at some point when he's telling you, dog, move on, move on. Like you're just making it worse. It's not gonna help. So but again, we've both said it. Dustin is 100% the uncrowned champion lightweight. And that's what it should be. So I would hope that they would just give him the belt. And normally I'm not a fan of that, but to me, that kind of fight was a title fight.
Yeah.
Give him that belt, and then the next fight, knowing them, they'll be like, all right, he's going to fight whoever, and that's to crown the undisputed champ or whatever, which is, depending on who it is, and we both know who it probably will be. We'll see how that goes, but everyone is in agreement. The current undisputed champ, everybody's in agreement that Dustin is currently number one at 155.
Yeah, so my boy Conor get his shit together.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Until it's going to happen. Okay, don't do that. Okay, we gonna get him in there. We gonna get him in there against Diego.
Diego about to get washed by Cowboy.
Okay, well, first of all, hold on. We don't know that. We don't know that. Okay? We don't know that.
I do.
Okay.
You don't.
Well, you do. Whatever. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue with you about Cowboys hero Diego Sanchez.
Because Diego, at least Cowboys had some performances here and there where he looks okay. I don't remember. I could not tell you the last time Diego Sanchez looked like an actual UFC fighter. Thank you, Marcus. Yes, we do. Diego last win by like some disqualification that was like lucky as hell. That his little spiritual advisor was like that was part of the plan. Did he win? DQ.
And it was part of the plan.
He was getting killed. Stop it. And this ain't Diego hate, because Prime Diego was at the time was probably my favorite fighter at the time. Like peak Diego when he was fighting for the belt back then. I fucking loved Diego. That was my guy. He ain't that shit. He ain't been that shit.
All right. So RDS then. All right. So can we get RDS?
Why are you?
Why am I white? I don't understand.
I told you who he needed to fight. I told you who he needs to fight.
I don't see who does he need to fight?
If he's going down in that level of fighter, the better fight is Paul Felder.
No, man. We don't need Paul Felder. That's not what we need right now. What's wrong with? Why are you disrespecting the RDS?
I'm not disrespecting him. I thought he got a okay win over a guy who took the fight on less than a week's notice. It wasn't that impressive to me. I don't care. I'd rather see. I mean, we were just talking about fight night. Beneil Dariush looked better than fucking RDA did in that fight against Felder to me. They about ranked the same. Do that shit then.
No, we can't put him in there with a young killer right now.
Right. Exactly. Felder ain't young.
I'm not talking about Felder. I'm talking about Dariush.
I know. I'm just saying. So then why not do Felder then?
No, because it's not the right time. We need to set him up with RDS first, and then we could go from there. I don't see what the problem is with me protecting my fighter, real. I just not
cares about that fight. It's trash.
Wow, Corey.
It's a trash fight.
Whatever.
It is a trash fight. Whatever. All we're gonna see is 3 straight months of Conor telling RDA to call his wife and bring out the red panties. That's literally what we're gonna hear. And I've heard that 75,000 times.
I'm here for it. And Conor said the nice guy shit is over with. I'm here for it.
Conor said a lot of shit.
I'm here for it.
Conor said he was the best he's ever been before that Poirier fight.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just throwing it out there.
He got his leg deaded.
How long have you been fighting? Why are you not checking a leg kick?
I mean, last time Conor fought, the leg kick wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I don't see. I'm the guy that Dustin Poirier hates. It's me. It's me. That's like now I get why he's so upset. But I mean, it's accurate points. I mean, the layoff and all of that shit. It was just a bad situation. I told you off gate when they announced this fight, I'm picking Conor, but I do not like this shit for Conor. I told you that. Did I not say that?
We both picked Conor. I'm not acting like, oh, I just had Poirier. I absolutely picked Conor. I originally picked Poirier, and then I thought about it a little more and ran some things through.
Both originally picked Poirier, and then we were like, nah, Conor.
But yeah, look. If you're gonna fight.
Yeah, we're gonna set up RDS. Don't worry about it.
You ain't Frankie that gotta go fight another dude. You're supposed to be still top tier.
He is top tier. What was RDS? Ain't RDS like 6th or something like that? 7th?
Here.
He's in the top 10. I mean, why can't we fight somebody in the top 10? I don't see what the big deal is. Nate don't want to come down to 155.
Well, then if you're trying to protect your fighter and Dos Anjos is 7 and Paul Felder is 10, so wouldn't it be the safer fight to fight the guy who's 10?
Yeah, Paul Felder, he's 10th. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's too low for you.
It's too low.
Okay. It's got to be right.
Ain't Conor 6th now?
Conor is 6.
Okay, so RDS is what? He's 7th, right?
7. Yes.
That's the fight to make. So this right there. Like, I don't get it's the fight to make.
What about Tony Ferguson? He's 5th.
Hey, stop it. Stop it. I don't understand why you
possible for him because I hate that fight. I do not care about an RDA fight. I will do anything to just anybody but RDA. I will literally rather see him.
You know what? I'll concede. I'll take the Tony fight because I believe he starches Tony.
I
take the Tony fight because I think he starches Tony. I'm sorry. I don't like that fight for Tony. But I didn't want Tony to go out like that. So I was like, yeah, RDS, maybe, you know what I'm saying? The grappling and all that. Maybe I give that. Well, I'll take Tony. I'll take Tony. I
agree. I'd still, I absolutely think he knocks Tony out.
Yeah, he destroys Tony. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm with you on that one.
I'm sorry, bro. But all right, next topic.
Whew. We don't talk about Bellator a lot. When we do, it is for good reason.
There's only one fight I care about, to be honest with you.
I'm looking at the tournament as a whole. To me, the tournament as a whole is fire. Obviously, there's one major fight that stands out. Bellator light heavyweight.
Get your shit off before you get there.
Bellator light heavyweight Grand Prix brackets have been announced. We have, number one, it's a giant bunch of UFC cast-offs, their champ, and then a new guy whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce.
But who's like I looked it up earlier. I just skipped past it.
Yeah. Who's like a former champ at a different place, and I don't remember if he's undefeated, but I know he's on a big win streak, whatever. But again, here are your matchups. On April 9th, we have Ryan Bader, who is still the Bellator heavyweight champion and is a former Bellator light heavyweight champion, versus Lyoto Machida.
That's kind of
who's washed. That's what I'm like. Now Machida beat dog shit out of Ryan Bader, but that was a long time ago. And currently, as far as the first round matchups, Ryan Bader's the biggest favorite of any of the first four matchups. Minus 450 to Lyoto Machida's plus 350. Huge favorite. Bader's looked a lot better recently. Machida's kind of done. The other one on April 9th is Corey Anderson, who's coming off just debuted for Bellator, beat the fuck out of Melvin Manhoef, versus Dovichan. I can't. He's the former. Yeah, he is the former Absolute Championship Akhmat title holder, and he's coming in. From what I saw, he looks like he's coming in with some momentum. Like he's a well-regarded young prospect, who's someone that could. I guess young is least 31, but Jesus Christ, he has won 8 in a row, with 6 of those 8 by finish. So he's coming in with 11 of his 18 wins by knockout. He's coming in with, like I said, with a little momentum. He's pretty well regarded. And Corey Anderson has always, to me, just been good, but never been great. So, someone like this could come in there and make some noise. Then the week after, it makes sense. He's a slight favorite, minus 140 favorite. The other guy's plus 110. Then the week after, we have Vadim Nemkov, who is their current light heavyweight champion, has wins. He beat Ryan Bader. I believe he beat Phil Davis already, who he's fighting now. Vadim Nemkov versus Phil Davis. He is their current light heavyweight champion again. Definitely beat Ryan Bader, and is the overall favorite to win the entire tournament. Betting favorite, let me say that. He is the betting favorite to win the tournament. I can't be mad at that. Man's champ for a reason. Again, he's fighting Phil Davis, who he did beat previously as well. But the big one that we all hoped would happen, it is coming true. April 16th, 2 days before my birthday, we've got Yoel Romero versus Anthony Rumble Johnson. Let's go. I am ready for this. I am so ready for Romero versus Rumble.
I know you.
I can't wait. I'm as excited for that as any other fight that I know has been announced.
Yeah, me too.
Like I feel like we talk about a lot of my favorites over the years. Rumble is also in that list. Rumble probably top 5 all time period for me. Just favorite fight, just personal favorite fighters that I always root for. Rumble probably top 5 period.
I got another friend that's a big Rumble fan. I got another friend. Me not so much.
I'm a big Rumble fan. I was a fan when he was at 170. I used to get so pissed because he could barely make weight. I'm like, why are you fighting down here? And when he came back at light heavyweight and started starching people, I fucking loved it. I think he's knocking Romero out.
What?
I think he's knocking Romero out. I haven't been one. When Romero gets on the big stage, he tends to lose. Throw that out there. 2, Romero don't normally fight at 205. So we're about to see how he can actually carry on that 205 weight.
Just fine.
We'll see. 3, what's the last time Romero really looked like that dude? For a full fight.
Right.
He'll have a round here and there. He'll have like a good, like he had a good, like one really good round against Paulo Costa.
I'm about to get real disrespectful up here.
Oh, here we go.
I'm about to get. Nah, go ahead. You get your shit off.
I'm asking the question. When's the last time Romero looked like that dude?
Was the last time Rumble looked like that nigga? Remember what happened to him last time he was in the octagon?
Right. And the fight before that, what happened?
Made him quit his job, go sell weed or something, right? Ain't that what happened?
And then the fight before that, murder people. He's a terrible matchup. He's a terrible matchup for Daniel Cormier. We know this. Okay. Not fighting that point. Just saying.
No, I want you to tell me what Daniel Cormier did to that man. You tell him. And then you tell me, you tell him what Cormier did to that man.
Cormier beat him clear as day.
No. I understand he beat him. You tell the people what happened, Corey.
Daniel Cormier took advantage of Rumble Johnson employing the absolute worst, most idiotic strategy in the history of the UFC. Cormier wrestled the shit out of him because Rumble decided to initiate wrestling with an Olympic wrestler for God knows what reason. Cormier beat the shit out of him when he tried to wrestle with him. That happened.
No. I'm gonna tell the people what happened. Since Corey don't like keeping it all the way real
what
about what happened.
False about that?
But okay, he didn't just out wrestle him. He wrestled him and then picked the man up by his nose and then choked him out. That's what happened. That's the dude I'm supposed to be scared of against Yoel Romero. Knowing that Yoel,
what? That's supposed to be legal. You ain't supposed to put fingers in the orifices like that. That's first.
Is that what happened? Is that what happened?
Like I said, he employed a god awful strategy, and Cormier made him look stupid.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared of Rumble Johnson because after that he cried and then quit his job.
He was retiring. It was an emotional moment.
And then he went to go sell chronic. He's been selling chronic for like 3-4 years. I don't.
What if that man? Let that man have a passion.
No. Yoel's been more active. First of all,
he's absolutely been more active. No one's gonna argue that point.
I don't know. People act like Yoel can't wrestle.
When has Yoel tried to wrestle?
It's because we knocking bums out. That's why we got that knockout power.
My only concern for Rumble is that it has been 4 years, and by the time he fights, it'll be 4 years since he fought Cormier. That is my concern. Here's the thing: if you ain't trying to wrestle Rumble, you're usually getting knocked out. I was just about to get to that, Marcus. Anyone not named Daniel Cormier who has fought Rumble, out. Out. All of them. All of them. Glover Teixeira, out. Ryan Bader, out. Manoa, out. Gustafson, Phil Davis, out. Lil Nog, like, again, unless you are a top tier level wrestler who actively wants to wrestle, I'm taking Rumble in those fights. Like, there's other. Rashad Evans was an amazing wrestler until he stopped trying to fucking wrestle. Thought he was a goddamn striker. See it all the time. Yo, Romero, you better go back to your wrestling roots. You should go back to your wrestling roots because that is your best chance at victory.
No, sorry, no. I got Yoel knockout second round. I'm sorry. No. The 4 years off, man. I'm sorry. I'm not doing this with the 4 years off with Rumble Johnson, and all of a sudden he's going to come back and look like a killer. Not against Yoel. Maybe against somebody else. I got you. But against Yoel, who just got let go from the UFC when he really shouldn't have been. No, I think Yoel gonna smoke him. I'm sorry. It's just me. We're gonna be smoking on that. We're gonna be smoking on that Rumble pack. April 16th.
Sounds like we gotta put something on this.
What you want to put on it, Corey?
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
We already got 20 on the Lakers Nets game, and I'm pretty sure it's going to end up being more than that by the time it gets here.
Right. We can throw another 20 on that.
Put another 20 bean on it.
We can throw another 20 on it.
Throw another 20 on it, man. That's what you want to do.
Let's do it.
That's what you want to do. I'm telling you, it's going to look bad for Rumble. I'm telling you, he's not going to be the same.
That very well might be.
He's not going to be the same, Corey. I know how this is going to go, Corey. And then he got to cut weight. He got to cut weight too.
He been cutting weight. It ain't like he just started cutting weight. He put on a bunch of weight because he wasn't working. Just by naturally starting to work out and train, he gonna cut the majority of that. That's nothing. Like that's easy. Rumble will be fine with that. It's nothing.
Okay.
I understand the concerns. With good reason.
These are huge red flags.
Still
you do know this. You do. Are you judging this fight with your heart again? You just got broken last week. You won't listen to me now. It just got broken.
There's a chance that he is rusty, that he doesn't look the same. There's also a chance that he's been able to refresh himself, get revitalized. And that power ain't going nowhere. It's just not. And the only part, like, this ain't regular. This is, there's Ngannou, there's Ngannou, and then there's Rumble to me.
Rumble. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I understand the dangers of a Romero fight. I do think Romero is extremely dangerous. He has a tendency, especially since he was gassing in a couple of those fights, he's had a tendency to kind of be like, nah, let me chill. Let me conserve. Let me try to rest up and save my energy stuff. Dangerous strategy against someone like Rumble. He better use his wrestling. Say again. He
The
better
reason
use
why I got him winning the second round KO, by the way, is because I think Rumble's going to be gassed by the second round. So he better get Yoel out of there in the first round. Let me put it that way. He better get Yoel out of there in the first round.
That wouldn't be different than the norm. This ain't Robert Whitaker punches you eating. This ain't Paulo Costa punches you eat.
Let's not disrespect my man Paulo.
Rumble
like
Johnson.
Let's not disrespect Paulo. Like
There's levels. There's levels. There's levels. Anthony, I'd be a little more. A gas tank for a Rumble is always an issue, but I think it's less of an issue if it stays a majority striking match. I think where Rumble really tends to get gassed is when people definitely start like trying to wrestle him, and he has to do a lot of grappling and doing all that kind of shit. And I'm not sure Romero's going to try to do that. We have seen Rumble go 3 rounds strong. Phil Davis fight. Phil Davis tried his hardest to wrestle him. And Phil Davis is a top tier level wrestler. He couldn't do shit. He had to try to sit there and stand. And Rumble defended every takedown and looked fine through 3 rounds. So it's not like Rumble has
when he was in peak condition. This isn't the same. Like this,
you don't know what kind of condition he's about to come in.
Oh, come on, Corey.
He's still only 36. It ain't like he's 40.
Oh,
it ain't like he's 45.
Nah, come on. You talking to a pothead, Corey. He went away to sell weed. I'm telling you right now. This ain't it.
We gonna find out.
This ain't it.
We're going to find
out.
The man got it. The man got it.
You know what? 20 is perfect, so I could put that straight down on that Rumble pack.
I'd also be a little more concerned about his gas if he was fighting at heavyweight. The fact that he has to get down to 205, gonna have to work out and get in good shape. Young Rumble had no stamina because he was cutting too much weight. That's the difference. When you got to cut from whatever the fuck he was cutting from, 220, 230 something, to fucking 170, you're just draining yourself of energy. At 205, Rumble's gas tank was fine. I'm not judging.
This fight was at heavyweight. Yeah, I get you.
I'm not judging Rumble's gas tank on Cormier draining you out because that's what the fuck Cormier does. I'm not going to go. I think Rumble will come back energized, revitalized, focused, and I think Romero has not looked that amazing. This God tier, oh my God, amazing person over the last couple of years. He just hasn't to me. He has flashes of it, but he hasn't looked like that guy for me to look at.
Smoked Corey Weidman,
What?
He just smoked Corey Weidman and then had 2 tough fights.
That Weidman fight was a minute ago.
So what? He had 2 tough fights after that. 2 tough fights wasn't it Acosta and then it was Adesanya after those.
He lost both. You not?
I don't really believe he lost the Costa fight.
I can't remember. I had him. I know it was a close fight, but I don't remember who I had winning that fight.
I had Romero winning that fight.
I feel like I edged Romero, but I feel like it was close. Yeah, but that was
it's in the title picture. No, I'm sorry. I know. I'm not.
Title picture is close together.
I'm not going with the Cinderella story. I'm not doing it this time. I'm learning from my lessons last week. You don't have to, sir, but I'm learning from my lessons. And I'm picking a more active fighter. Period.
It's the smart pick.
Yoel don't have to cut no weight.
It's the smarter pick. It is the intelligent pick. Is Yoel Romero. He's the favorite for a reason. I think he's second best odds overall behind the champ Nemkov. But yeah, Romero is like I said, the smart pick. It's the intelligent pick. Rumble coming in there on some other shit.
He gonna get knocked out on some other shit too.
We'll see. If I gotta come back and eat my words on that, I'll eat my words on that. I'm okay with that.
Let's get this over with. Let's do this so we can end the show.
Yeah. UFC 258.
Tell us what we got.
Let's just listen. The card itself was very, very much hurt by losing the co-main event of Uriah Hall and Chris Weidman, which wasn't the most amazing co-main event as it was, but it was still better than what we got. It's still something that I can look forward to, especially with Uriah coming off the Silva fight and finishing him. It was a good next step and something that was to look forward to, but we are without that. So as such, main card, you've got Jim Miller versus Bobby Green. I don't care. Bobby Green is more boring than RDA. I can't stand Bobby. No one cares. That is just awful. Mackie Patel versus Julian Marquez. Don't know. Don't care. Sorry. Make me a fan. Kelvin Gastelum versus Ian Heinisch. That could be something, but
I kind of like that fight.
That's a good look for Heinisch, and a good potential get yourself back on track for Gastelum. So that's a decent fight. 2 ranked guys in middleweight. That one could be all right. We'll see. It's still not. Yeah, I lean Gastelum, but Heinisch is fine. Macy Barber versus Alexa Grasso.
I like Macy Barber.
Yeah, I'll lean Macy Barber. She was supposed to be, she got a bad loss. Was it to Roxy she lost to?
I think it was Roxy.
She was supposed to be running through everyone, and Roxy came on like a replacement and dog walked her. Bad. So this is a bit of a comeback thing for her, if I'm not mistaken. But it's as a co-main event, it's just not. It's not hitting. So that's a co-main event on a fight night card. So that's kind of whatever. But we do got the one big fight that we can look forward to. It is capped off by, I know you don't like him. I don't care. I'm really looking forward to this fight. Welterweight championship on the line. Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman, versus
say his name correctly.
What?
You didn't say his name correctly. You missed something.
Go ahead and say it, because that's your shit.
The Nigerian Nightmare Toe Stomper.
There you go.
Kamaru Usman.
There you go. Man, still the champ. Versus Gilbert Burns. Who you got?
I got Gilbert Burns. What are you talking about here?
What do you mean, what are we talking about here? Like this, what?
What are you talking about here? I got Gilbert Burns.
Now who's picking emotionally? Now tell me now who's picking emotionally.
What's emotional about my pick?
Well, Usman's been one of the most dominant champions of the past couple of years. How is Gilbert Burns going to beat Usman? Tell me that.
Because Usman know what's up. That's why. Usman know what's up. He know what's up.
What does that mean?
Former training partner. He know what's up. Usman he knows what's up.
Okay.
All that barking he be doing for everybody else, he ain't barking now. I'm not. Nah. He know what's up. Wait. See, now I kind of see. I don't like Kobe, but this fake Marty Newsman joint, it actually might make sense. It might make sense because to be real with you, he barked for everybody else. He ain't saying shit about Gilbert. I got Gilbert. I'm sorry.
Because you don't dislike him the way he does.
I don't care about none of that. No.
Well, then what's fake about that's more if he's just going to start talking shit just because it's his opponent. That's more fake than not talking shit. He don't got no problems like that with Burns the way he did with Kobe or with Masvidal, where they were going back and forth like that. So if he doesn't create something that's being fake, make that make sense to me. How does that make sense to me?
Fake ain't boring.
Hey, you call it boring. If you want to call it boring, go ahead. Call it boring. That's fine. Usman's winning this fight. Usman's winning this fight. And I'll tell you why Usman's winning this fight. Because Gilbert Burns has got to use his biggest advantage is the jiu-jitsu game. Outstanding grappler, 100%. Good hands too, good power, but I don't think either of them are amazing strikers. Burns has looked better recently with the striking. He's gotten a lot better with the striking, but I mean, yeah. I'm also not about to judge how good your striking is on this version of Tyron Woodley. Like Tyron Woodley barely throw a punch for some reason. You looked excellent in it, but I'm not gonna act like that was this amazing level of competition with the way Woodley has been fighting and the way Woodley throws like 3 punches around now. I'm not doing it. So if Burns takes another step up with his striking, now Usman's got a serious problem. Which a lot of times you don't know until you see it. But based on what I saw, he doesn't have enough of a striking advantage. I think that's kind of a bit of a wash, a little bit more of a wash. And then you're going to have to start getting him down. You're going to have to start like working them takedowns. And I'm going to ask you a quick question. What is Kamaru Usman's takedown defense? What percentage of takedowns has Kamaru Usman stuffed in his UFC career?
What that got to do with?
100% takedown defense. He is not going down to the ground unless he wants to go down to the ground. Period, point blank. Kamaru Usman controls where this fight goes. That is why he will win. And great jiu-jitsu guys are, they're dangerous on their back unless you have punishing ground and pound, or you ain't got a chance to grab one of them submissions because you're too busy getting hit in the face regularly. That's what Usman does. I got Usman 3rd round TKO because Burns is tough and Burns will handle some shit. He's going to give him some problems. If Burns takes his striking up to another level, that is scary, and then he might beat Usman. But I'm going with the guy who's proven he can go 5 rounds in a dogfight and still come out on top. And the guy who will control where the fight goes, that is Kamaru Usman. What you got to say?
I got Gilbert Burns' decision. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. It was a good little soliloquy. I like all that, but I think Usman's met his match this time, man.
You have the right to believe it.
Didn't he make Usman run? Usman's the champ, right?
Yeah, Usman's the champ.
Didn't he make him run to another gym?
No, not that I recall.
They didn't train with the same. They didn't train in the same gym.
I thought Gilbert moved.
No, it was actually it was the champ that moved.
Man, need a new scenery. Sometimes
nah. He kicked him out of his own hood.
Yeah, and kicked him out of nothing. Stop it.
He kicked him out of his own hood. That tells me who the winner gonna be right there. You know what's up.
That is called evolution. You sit
Smoking
there,
on that Nigerian pack.
You sit
Saturday
there and
night.
you stay with. Okay, yeah, he did. He moved. For this fight, my fault. I thought you meant like a while back. Yeah, this fight, yes, Usman moved over. Where to?
Elevate.
Oh, he went on. Oh, you didn't say who he moved the camp over to?
Elevate.
Huh?
Didn't he go to Elevate?
Yeah, over in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about the dude that coaches the strikers like Justin Gaethje and Thug Rose? That dude?
Okay, all right, stop it, Corey.
We're talking about that dude?
Okay, all right, end the show.
That's what we're doing?
No. Let's not do that.
That's a fact. Okay. Mm-hmm. Trevor Whitman knows what he's doing. Watch it. Team Alpha Male went to another level when Dwayne Ludwig came in there and started fixing shit. You get that new coach, everything changes. Watch the fuck out. You know what? I didn't even realize that shit. Switching it up. Second round TKO, Kamaru Usman over Gilbert Burns.
That's it. All right. Any you got any positive words, man? That's it. You got any positive words? I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Got chased out of his own hood. He
get chased out of nowhere. He chose
out of his own hood.
Chose to go where he wanted.
You the champ. You don't go nowhere. You send him to another champ. As the champ,
he said, "You can stick with them. I'm about to go over here and elevate my shit."
Nah.
That's what he did.
Nah.
I'm the champ. I get to choose this shit. No. Go on and stay. I'm about to go elevate my shit. Usman, second round, TKO.
Only thing that's going to be elevated is that toe stomper pack in the air on Saturday. So the only thing that's about to be elevated.
It's going to be elevated is Gilbert Burns' soul. Gilbert Burns' soul is going to be elevated. Watch. Positive words. Hey, the words of the great Jackie Moon. Everybody love everybody. There's my positive words. It's Valentine's Day for all you people who have people. Have fun. Be safe. Don't be stupid and make unnecessary babies. What am I saying? That shit's gonna fucking happen. It's Valentine's. What I'm talking about.
That's my cue. I have no positive words.
There you go.
Yeah, I have no positive words, especially for Valentine's Day this year. Hope everybody makes it.
Jesus.
Be stuck with each other and be miserable.
There you go. That's the opposite of positive, but sure. Some people like misery.
Yeah. Miserable baby makers. All right, well, I guess we holler at y'all next week, hopefully.
Sure. We'll be here, and I'll be talking my shit. And by the way, as usual, before we get out, follow us on all your streaming podcast, wherever you stream your podcast, Apple Music, Spotify, all that. I don't have the list in front of me. I'm sorry, I'm terrible. Also on YouTube, also on Facebook. And because Gerard will probably piss himself if we don't, we are now on iHeartRadio. So you've got that option as well. You literally have no options. Like the podcast, subscribe to the podcast, leave some comments. We out here trying to make a movement going, and we need y'all out there as well. Beat up. What?
I think I'm gonna get beat up.
What? Why now?
Like if we were to make it, they like you. They wouldn't like me.
What? I'm pissed off a lot of people. And I fucking love it.
AVN. All right, man. We out of here, bro. I guess I'll holler at y'all, man. He already did the rundown. Like us everywhere. Like, comment, share, star. Whatever you got to do. I'm not in that techie shit. My man Corey here.
All of that.
Should I, yo? We holler at y'all. Peace.